The Writing Center, Georgetown University Law Center. Now, when a rule was put into place about exculpatory evidence based on the Brady versus Maryland, it states that the goal of a rule is to identify the legal consequences that flow from a specified factual condition. Some legal rules are statements which summarize the elements which must be proven for a party to prevail in a party's case, which it is to exonerate or to prove that the one being charged is innocent. And here's an actual case. All examples attach proof of violation. These are emails of those aware of everything noted in the Brady versus Maryland. They were told several times that footage was there. The complete entire story was given after a call was made to the DA's office, opening one up the day after the attack, with photos and everything, explaining why the statement was not attached to the police report. 911 was called, and they actually interviewed the attacker first, and then lied. Okay? And then they lied. Now we're going to go down here to the proof. Exculpatory evidence to the event. Here it is, right here. It's mentioned in this call.
What's the emergency? 945 Northwest Nail Parkway, apartment 535. It's attacked by a tenant. 945 Northwest Nail Parkway, apartment 535. It happened down the common area. They have cameras, and it can be subpoenaed. He ran up on me and telling me I'll fight to get out. Melody? Jamila. Okay, because we're getting a call about a disturbance where some people are fighting in the doorway of the building. Okay. Yes. So where are you now? I'm at home. Which apartment are you in? 535. I just got. Do you need an ambulance? No, I think I'm fine. My knuckles are kind of bleeding a little bit. Okay, what's your name? JAMILAH. SHARIS is Frank. What's your phone number? 503 227 3490. 503 227 3490? Yeah. Stay in your apartment. I'll have to come talk to you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
There was mention of surveillance camera. Surveillance footage that could be subpoenaed. That's the exculpatory evidence. Now we're going to go to see what I sent to the DA. This is for you, Austin Buell. Someone who never took the time to even check anything out. The day after I was attacked, I called and I explained the reason why my information was on that case number. I called the police and they interviewed my attacker first. I find out it was a planned attack. I have an abuse center named after my child who was murdered at 19 months. And I'm going to tell you what I know, what your capabilities are. Because what happened when it came to my child's death, you guys can put together documents. You can fabricate shit. You can put words in people's mouths. You can file that shit. And I know good and damn well you more than likely know who Rich Matriciano is. Because this railroad really makes no sense to me fucking at all. You know what I'm saying? None at all. This will not destroy me. And this will not stop me. But I'd be damned if I'm gonna walk into something I know nothing about. I'm a retired criminal law paralegal. You understand that? You never took the time. I don't know any of these people. I chose not to. What pisses me off the most is you never took the time. The way I was told to get out of that office when I sat there trying to figure out when he showed up with 2 fabricated witnesses. No one was there besides this young Caucasian blonde girl and her child. You did not listen. There was no equal protection going on there. None what the fuck soever. But I'm explaining something to you. You really fucked up bad. I'm telling you right now because I don't quit. I don't give a fuck what your title is or who the hell you think you are. You're no better than anybody else. This social stratification that's going on that was created is nothing. It's bullshit. And you're falling right into it. But I'm not falling in the cracks with it. You got that? Okay. We're going to go down here. The description of the encounter. Now, see, prosecutions use inculpatory evidence, which is evidence that's used to put someone away. Exculpatory evidence is proof that exonerates the one being charged. Now, exculpatory evidence was the surveillance footage mentioned in the 911 call. Proof that it worked. I am calling Wilsonville Lock and Security. I had a previous conversation with them, and they gave me dates that the company called to reset, and they took it as a joke. They started calling it.
Thank you for calling Wilsonville Lock and Security. To speak to a locksmith, press 1. To speak to the alarm department, press 2.
Transferring to
Alarm department.
1 moment, please. Thank you for calling Wilsonville Lock and Security. This is Mariah.
Hi, Mariah. I spoke with you a couple weeks ago from the Spirit of Autumn Marie Patterson. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. This was in regards to the security cameras at 945 Northwest Natal Parkway.
Right.
I wanted to ask you, the security panels, are they in that electrical room? Because they've been going in there lately, and they're trying to erase some footage in regards to an attack that I described to you that took place October 26, 2019. And
they're going. It doesn't matter. By this time, the system's already.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Oh, here. This is the conversation with the DA. Your mishandled cases. But first, we're going to continue on, and I'm going to take you to their police report.
And this is what the police report says.
Now, I didn't get the report that was my call. It just says that 2 sets were sent out. Now, the conversation, I said, you interviewed my attacker first. The female officer said, well, he called first. I said, no.
It says she had jumped on the guy hard enough that he lost control of his walk. Okay? Yeah. He said, yeah, I don't know why I rushed in and made sure the door was closed behind me because I have my own selfie on. I don't know why she don't like me. This is what's going on, people. That exculpatory evidence law is going to be awesome in place.
Now, so my attack, my phone call was never even investigated. They did not pay attention to my phone call at all. I didn't even know these people, but even if I had, it's still, there's no equal protection. They responded only and defended one side. And all they had to do was pay attention to my 911 call. I stated, and I knew for a fact they were working because I made sure the surveillance company was operating properly April of 2019. That's how I knew who the surveillance company was. You would have known for a fact the cameras on the outside, there are 6 of them. On the inside, there's 5. If you had to listen to my 911 call, you would have subpoenaed and viewed that footage. And none of this would even be going on. I learned from this because that's how I learned about a refreshed exculpatory. This has been going on for an awful long time. And then I ended up with a warrant. So I'm supposed to waste my time and take the time to respond on bullshit that you allowed to take place, not following proper rules. You owe me an explanation of why you totally ignored me and why you had me thrown out of the office on January 8th. No, January 7th. The legal system owed me an explanation. This would have exonerated the warrant. the 911 call. And if you hadn't paid attention, I ended up with the damn warrant. Long after I left you the days off of that message on January 3rd, I got the warrant put out on February 24th. I don't understand what the hell is going on, but the system is not following the protocol for reason to doubt. The reason to doubt. I have to fix that. There was reason to doubt. I was denied due process. Now you're going to try to make it right. But this is how wrong you guys are. Pay attention to this. This is why I went back to school. To reopen my baby's murder
Leonardo
case.
Andrade Paramo, a man I've never met, railroaded Detective thought he was Leonardo Andrade, wanted for life for California 3 strike. And remember this. Innocent, the legal system can take you. Murder, assault, detectives, DAs, child endangerment, all for a collar. Okay? All for a collar. This right here, child endangerment. I was incarcerated. How in the heck? A man get put away, I don't even know. Okay? This case was a fiasco. The detective lied. There's entries that aren't even mine. There's entries. I don't know this man. This was my ex-sister-in-law's husband. God rest her soul, I should say, I guess. Always get transcripts of any hearings that's going on. Okay? Always. The DA dropped the ball on this case right here. Said August 2nd, 2017. To this day, there's no record. But me, I keep books. Trial dog case number 07623. Never returned a call to me. This case, Doug Erickson took the initial report, 07623, along with 07018086. There's a 3-page legal document there describing what happened to me before they even knew who I was. This case never made it to the DA's office downtown Portland. 2 detectives were working on it. It's right here. A police officer took the attacker's testimony or whatever first. That was really ridiculous. So to clear it up, need to have a subpoena of the footage per their instructions. Never received the subpoena. These transcripts all prove perjury. The disc plus a video will prove false claim and perjury. The DA's office not even looking at what I'm saying. My information is on the report, but I didn't put it on there by the same officer. Leonardo Andrade, DA messed up, detectives messed up. This case, DA messed up, detectives messed up. This case, DA is not even listening to what really happened. So what is really going on with the legal system?
I made that.
And this is the department who actually is working on making things right. Senator Ron Wyden's office.
I thought it was over.
So that's what we're working on next.
Oh, I have to go back so you can see who's working on it with me. This is who's working on it with me.
And this is the department who actually is working on making things right. Senator Ron Wyden's office.
God, my dartboard needs new batteries. This is on the human trafficking case. This is what they have.
This is something I don't understand. Human trafficking is never taken serious still today. There's a 19-year-old who killed her abductor, her trafficker, and she's going to get life, sentenced to life. This doesn't make sense to me, and she's just a kid. I was 48 years old when they did that crap to me. When I made my report to North Precinct, when I came out of amnesia, freaked out, didn't know what was going on from what was going on in my head. When I made that call, an officer, Doug Erickson, showed up from North Precinct with case number 070-18086. He stated that there was a 3-page legal-sized documents there written by someone who didn't know my name but knew the participants in the event. And he was shocked that they did match up. And then this case went out to Troutdale to two detectives. Their phone number was 665-6129. The case number was 07623. This case never made it to the DA's office. The detectives never got back to me. This is a written statement from a participant, a willing participant in this event, who drugged me, a friend of 33 years, with a notarized statement stating her participation. Now, when I sent these things out, I had statements written by people who didn't know me, but had seen me enough and spoke to me enough to realize that I was walking and performing in a state of a zombie state prior to coming out of amnesia. The amnesia I had only directed towards the event and things that happened before the event and immediately after. Didn't fog or erase everything in my life. I always send them from the state office because the state office will get a documentation back stating where it went. Okay? They need to take human trafficking more serious. If you've ever been through it, you would not have a blind eye to it. Human trafficking, Troutdale DA case. 7 months I had amnesia. When I came out of amnesia, when I dialed 911, Officer Doug Erickson showed up. When he showed up, he sat me down and he said, "We've been trying to figure out who these 3 pages belong to." Someone wrote out 3 pages and turned it into North Precinct in regards to the event, but they didn't know my name. But they knew Patricia Andrew Baines. They knew Neil Blassingame Sr. They knew who Soledad was, but they didn't know anything about any Jamaicans. They didn't mention organized crime organization. This is a statement from Andrew Baines to exonerate herself. Now, the bad thing about this whole thing is the case never made it. Never made it to the DA's office downtown Portland. So they talk about statute of limitations. No. You dropped the ball, DA. There were 2 Troutdale detectives on this case. No one ever called me back. I called several times, and the whole thing was just like really, really crazy.
At 1 p.m. for the office of the On-Purpose Living Center, 4858B Southwest Shoals Ferry Road in Portland, Oregon. The purpose of this recording is to document a hypnosis session which has been created to assist Jamila to recover details of her assault and specifically to recall the face of her assailant. We're recording this session to comply with Oregon Statute 136.675. The session will be copied in its entirety to CD and given directly to Jamila Springer. Present today are Cheryl Eldine, clinical hypnotist and counselor, and Jamila Springer. There is no other person present in the room. As a counselor, I have my master's degree in counseling and psychology. I am registered with the Oregon Board of Licensed Professional Counselors. I have learned clinical hypnosis from the Oregon Society of Clinical Hypnosis, and as a member of the society, I receive monthly trainings in various ways to use hypnosis clinically. As a counselor, I will also be attending to Jamila's process so that recalling of her memories does not further traumatize her in any way. I have not been briefed by her or any other person concerning the details of her case. Okay, so much for that. Okay. Begin to know by allowing yourself to be completely comfortable. And slow down here just a minute to turn off this teapot so it doesn't make noise. Bring your attention to your breath. Noticing how your body rises and falls with the breath. Calm, easy, and comfortable. And as you begin to relax, you'll notice your eyes open. And with the next out breath, allow that wave of relaxation beginning in your eyes to move over the top of your head, the back of your head.
No record at the DA's office.
And 10, allowing that wave of relaxation to soften your tongue and your jaw,
By the time I came out of
your
amnesia,
ears, and your throat.
someone had already made a 3-page
And 9,
report in North
another
Precinct
breath, allowing
with
the wave
Officer
of relaxation to move
Dickinson.
down your spine, softening
And when
your
I
neck
came out of it
and your
and
shoulders.
called him, he told me that somebody had already made a report. And it all began right
No
here.
wrists and your fingers.
I won a lawsuit,
And 8,
landlord-tenant, against Alice Gibson, $58,000. I was police escorted to Patricia Andrew Baines'
in this safe,
place because it was a secured building. The judge wanted me to leave the state because Gibson's family were gangbangers and they came with guns and went to jail from court.
You probably couldn't listen.
A friend of 33 years sold me to this man.
And easy right where they are.
We eventually dropped dead from a heart attack.
And 7, allowing
This guy,
relaxation
The
to
head
move
of the
into your
Jamaican
chest,
Organization of Human Trafficking.
quieting your heart, relaxing
Solomon.
your belly,
Somalian.
allowing the
It
back
was
of your
filmed.
heart to be soft and easy.
They killed this guy, dumped him in Southeast Portland.
And 6, allow the wave of relaxation
228 was the room right across, directly across the hall. This is where I begged for money.
down into your buttocks, allowing those bones to
They so
sink
rebelliously
deeper on
showed
the
me
couch.
dead bodies. These are all statements from people who noticed a difference immediately after I came out of amnesia. Everyone's concerned.
And 5, continuing the wave of relaxation down into your legs,
I just know I went through all this for a reason.
the top of your
And
thighs,
it's not to
and the back of your
Continue to
thighs.
get pushed After I
Um,
begged around. for a bath,
4, allowing
I
your
got on the
knees
phone.
to be
The
soft
phone was in the
and
bathroom.
easy.
Picked it up, I dialed 0. And I
And
said,
3,
please help me.
allowing
The
your
lady
lower
said,
legs
where are you?
to be
The
relaxed
hotel phone?
and let
They
go.
were in it too. So I
And 2,
opened up the door and beat me in my
your
head.
ankles,
And I said, I just want to take a bath.
the tops of your feet,
That was
And
Neil
1,
fucking me right there.
all of you. Let go. Easy.
This was the hardest part. Once I realized I had to go get myself checked for
And here in
AIDS.
this relaxed,
You know what I'm
easy
saying?
place,
Somebody said
let's
to me,
imagine first.
well, I hope you take a better path next time. This had nothing to do with a motherfucking path. This is fucking Satan. The more you believe, the harder he fucking works on you. See this right here? They had no record
For practice,
at the DA's office.
let's
There were 2
pretend
detectives working on
that
this.
someone that you're eating with suddenly stands up
Are
and
they
drops
involved?
the cup. It crashes to the floor, and you notice that your breath gets a little quicker. Just
North
so now.
Precinct's case number and
And I want you to practice
detectives' case
calming
numbers
your
are there.
breath and your heart.
This book is
So
from
in your
27.
mind, we'll take 3 breaths while in your mind you say 3, 2, 1, allowing your breath to quiet again. So let's just try that. Sitting in the kitchen and 3, yes, easy, slow, 2, that's it, and 1 more, easy, and 1. And notice that you're back to how the comfort you were eating your breakfast, making it easy. Let's practice that one more time. Just pretend as you're sitting there, all of a sudden the water pipe breaks under the sink, shoots water out all over the kitchen, and you have to jump up on the chair to keep from getting wet. And all your focus goes right on that water, and your breathing gets a little anxious, and we'll practice one more time. That's it. And 3, easy breath. Good. And 2, easy breath. And 1, easy breath. And you might have noticed as your breath calms, you're able to see more of the kitchen than just the water spout. So this is a useful tool we'll use, allowing your breath to be slow and quiet. And now I'd like you to find yourself on a pathway up to the sanctuary mountain. Following the path, see your feet walking on the path. And we know that this part is make-believe, this part, walking up the path. And pretty soon, there'll be a fork in the path. Take that right-hand fork off into a house. Nice house in the woods there. Might be a log cabin, might be a nice white house, might be a pretty brown house, yellow, whatever it is. And just pretend that you're walking into that house. In the house, on the table, is a photograph album. And the photographs in this album are real. They're 8x10 photographs of everything that happened to you in the assault. They're just still pictures. We'll be able to look at them carefully and specifically. The pictures in this album are real. And when you're ready, allow yourself to sit down and raise one finger to tell me that you're there and ready to look at those pictures.
I was having nightmares. You know, I had a rape hotline specialist on call 24 hours. When I called that hotline, they would call her and she would get up. She made me a promise one day when I called. It's not who you're around. People have fucked up agendas for selfish reasons. And when you have the law, not walking the fence, not taking sides, but finding the truth, not who debates the best, not who fucked up by missing one small item. The truth. The United States of America has to stop walking the damn fence. The universal karma will never work. So when evil is in power and they know how to work through the power of the universe, everyone's a slave and they don't even know it. And many are unwilling participants, blind to it, or comfortable with it. There are laws that were put into place for a reason. And each rule was put in place for a reason. I accidentally moved that somewhere. I just got this computer. And feeds off of heat from the finger. Anyway, here we go. Each rule is put into place for a reason. The goal of a rule is to identify the legal consequences that flow from the specified factual conditions. It's to protect the people. When the government allow those rules to be ignored, what the hell? Why do we even have a DA? Why do we even fucking have a judge? We'd all be better off battling off in the street, you know what I'm saying? But when the power lies in the law and the judicial system, blindsiding everyone by ignoring rules that mean the most to all, mean the most. Why are they even kept hidden? No one really has control of their lives because you turn your back on important rules that were put into place. You know? There's no understanding here. Now, this is what I expect. I expect to get on my Thomas Ruder Westlaw site and pull my name up and that bullshit be gone. Because your report says I pushed someone hard enough. That's assault. The warrant says attempted assault. All you had to do is listen to my 911 call. That's all you had to do. I shouldn't even have to waste my time fighting this shit. I wasn't even trying to put him in jail. I'm trying to put together conspiracy. Them taking advantage of a person's mental state, whether it was intentional or unintentional, to say something to someone that can cause a reaction. I just wanted to tie it all into damn IPM management. Here they come, trying to make it a fight, trying to lower my professional standards. All they had to do was listen to my 911 call.
911, what's the emergency? 945 Northwest NATO Parkway, apartment 535. I was attacked by
Okay, this is a killer. Someone called and said that I shoved him. I called and said I was attacked. And there were cameras.
Tenant, 945 Northwest Dana Parkway, apartment 535. It happened down the common area. They have cameras, and it can be subpoenaed. He ran up on me and charged me. I was fighting to get him. Melody? Jamila. Okay, because we're getting a call about a disturbance where some people are fighting in the doorway of the building. Is that you? Yes. So where are you at now? I'm at home. Which apartment are you in? 535. I just got. Do you need an ambulance? No, I think I'm fine. My knuckles are kind of bleeding a little bit. Okay, what's your name? JAMILAH SHARIS. This is Frank. What's your phone number? 503-227-3490. 503-227-3490? Yes. Okay, stay in your apartment. I'll have to come talk to you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Of over 800,000. NYCHA has a population of between 4 and
Okay, we're going to hit here. In reference to the assault case. I made a call on October. They just totally ignored that I even made a call. They didn't contact me and see this. The officer that added this stuff, but she added it not to a new incident number, added to the same one. So none of that really made sense. All I wanted to do is get somebody to look at the video after I went to court on the 6th. And he, too, I don't even know these people. It irritates the hell out of me. But it says, get the video from IPM Management Attorney, because they sent me a letter and they tried to evict me for getting attacked. It says a tenant attempted to take my phone. And I stepped back and started throwing blows for several minutes. But then they had other stuff on there saying I called people niggers like I was a retard tyrant walking around. You know, none of this made sense. And when I got the warrant, I checked my mail once a dang blasted month pretty much for my bills. When I go in there, I had already had my hair fell out. You know, I sent them emergency documents. But see, they never got back to me and said, we're not going to represent you, you know, blah, 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 blah. Confused all of it. It's just really weird. Let me see what's this here. Oh, and I even sent them, this guy called me names earlier in the year. I didn't even know. He just sat like a damn troll. But yeah. Now, he had a hold of my left hand that I had it was a long time before I realized he wanted my phone. But I did say, after he was yelling on the outside, I did say that, because I knew the camera was working. And I knew they said subpoena him. But this is a conversation I have with Anthony at Tenants Union. The same damn guy. He always wore a black and orange leather jacket, no matter how hot it was outside. You know? But I even let him know that this guy's just a random bully And still, they just totally ignored me. Totally.
You see, they were trying to take my phone. This is how they don't know me. This is what I use to record with. Okay? It's what I use. They don't see me record. They don't know anything about me. I don't talk to these people. I have one buddy in this building. She lives in 329, and she was a motivator when it came to cleaning up housing because of an incident with who I call extended family, Claude, at the Advocate Care. It was disgusting and gross. And then they think I'm going to live in a place and let it go down. I've been in this building for almost 5 years. Home Forward's name has not been on this building for 5 years, but as soon as they put their name on this building, it was so cool at first when Megan and Marshall was here. Megan ran the office. Marshall was the janitor guy, the cleaning guy. As soon as these people across the street took over, if you walked in the office and looked at them, you would understand. They look like they're from a park, okay? I'm not dogging people from the park. My baby daddy was in the park. His name is Hicks, and he's an awesome fucking person. But these people across the street and the games they playing is ridiculous. And the way they have these people intimidated. I stay home so much, I had no idea. Number one, that Home Forward put their name on the door. I had no idea that the majority of the people here are on oxygen, in wheelchairs, medicated, or really, really young, their first home away from home or abusive relationship, and they got a baby or two. Women that have already been abused. So it's easy for a company to come and intimidate these people and do them wrong and then turn right around and try to take all the wrong that they have done and put it back on them. I advise any and everyone, regardless if you have a dispute with any company or anything that you deal with every day that could take your livelihood away from you, get a complete copy of your any and every file at least twice a year, so when any shit go down, you can open it up and look to see what's there that should not be. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't have company. There's nothing they can get me on besides put a person probably on medication. This dude is probably medicated and talked him into it. The only way anybody in this building would know that I'm filming the garbage and dealing with habitability issues only is Home Forward and the bitches across the street. And my friend in 329, no one knows. No one knew. So the information that dude got with the orange and black leather jacket, the old scruggly, nasty looking dude that put his hands on me, I'm going to tell you something. The order came from across the street. That Tisha Harlan bitch. That order, because the only way dude, janitor boy, would know is if she told him. And the only way she would have told him is if Home Forward told them. Because I have not sent them people across the street. I have not sent them shit. Each level up is responsible for the next level down. So when someone is not doing their job, the next level up is not doing their job. They're the ones truly responsible. All this shit that's going on right now that I've researched and started to see what a person goes through. This is an awesome lesson. This is ridiculous. And you know the bad part is, if I wasn't strong, if I was one of these people outside my door, besides my friend in 329, I would not know to fight. They're acting like they got the garbage fixed, okay? You know, I've been filming and documenting ledgers. I have logs. When they come, when they go. Twice a day, only in the PM hours or when a truck runs. When a garbage truck runs, I will go down and film and take pictures to see what they took and what's left. I tag garbage. That stuff is marked. But bottom line is this. Trust no one, dudes. Okay? Trust no one. You see, they were trying to take my phone.
Yeah. So I want you to understand something. You are your own
8 days later.
evidence. You have to document, because the law, I don't see where they even give rat's ass. This is why you guys need to fix this. I was trying to start out being really, really professional and laying it out and watching all of how I speak. But, I speak from how I feel, and I speak from the soul. The only time I have to sit and speak like that is when I'm sitting at an office desk with one of you guys, and I'm not sitting at a desk, I'm sitting at my own. And I'm saying what you're allowing to take place is not right. A person shouldn't have to be dogged so hard to know to fight, because they shouldn't have to fight. Those laws are set. Those rules are in place. So we don't have to fight. There shouldn't even have to be whistleblowers. You know what I'm saying? If you guys make sure they follow the rules. Nobody's supposed to wake a rule up. What the hell? Anyway, I plan to look and have that crap fixed. Really, I do. I should go ahead and give you the link. You guys, I don't get this. I get really irritated just reading and everything that I've gone through. And I hope, Jocelyn, I hope you're paying close attention. Yeah. Because I don't need you to vouch for me. I need you to know everything. I need you to know everything. My channel.
We have been heard. The spirit of Autumn Marie Patterson. I just received a call from the senator's office, expressed the concerns and the issues, and she's going to speak with the senator, and she's going to get back with me. I'm so happy. The spirit of Autumn Marie Patterson, the housing issue, we have been heard. Mission accomplished. This is what
They didn't even bother. Didn't even bother. The Spirit of Autumn Marie Patterson website. No, it said auto. Let's see, auto repair. Yeah. You guys need to fix it. It's just too crazy. Man, trying to make me sound like a tyrant. I'm walking around calling people niggers and man, this is retarded. See, 2 years, 7 months. That's how old my domain is. I have YouTube, Facebook, abuse Facebook. And our website. Ultimate mission to put in place a psychological abuse law modeled after UK psychological abuse put into place October 2017. But I want mine to be corporate, family, and friends, as well as significant others. Follow the rules.